Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Unavowed. And we are here in Brooklyn, guys, where we ran into a familiar face at the Poetry Slam. Calliope, the muse we saw at the beginning of the game when we slashed our friend's throat. Good times. But Calliope now seems to be depowered and with little memory of the things that she's done, so I'm kind of curious what part our demon had to play in that. And honestly, with Calliope's presence here, that may be the reason there's so many interesting examples of art strung over the district. I guess we'll have to figure that out. And colorful bagels. We can't forget colorful bagels. But let's go ahead and have a chat with Tommy Chung here and see what he may know about the situation.
Good evening to you. You folks seem to be lost. Maybe I can help.
Maybe we could use some help.
I knew it. You're walking the streets in the rain, and yet you stopped to talk to an old man at the side of the road. Nobody with a destination in mind would do that.
Huh. We got a regular Sherlock Holmes here.
No, I just read people. It's the old artist in me, I suppose.
Oh, what kind of artist are you?
Me? Oh, I was a painter. A past tense, I'm afraid. My muse has long since left me. So now I sit here and talk to fine folks like you.
You need to be careful around muses. They're dangerous.
Are they? Well, I don't have to worry. If I had a muse, she's long since moved to someone else.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Wretch. This is Eli and Vicky.
Pleasure. Welcome to the neighborhood. I'm Stanley Bates.
So, can you help us find direction?
I'm just an old artist watching the world go by. I doubt I'd be any help to you. But if you'd like to stop a while and talk, I wouldn't say no.
It's a nasty night to be out, though.
For you, perhaps. I'm quite cozy here. And you meet the most interesting people in the rain. Folks like yourself, for example.
Well, it was nice to meet you. We'll see you around. Okay, we got the psychedelic rainbow bagel. Well, let's head back to the subway. Oh yeah, we have the park to explore too.
So Eli, you used to be normal like me, right?
Rude?
I was an accountant, if that's what you mean. Almost 50 years ago.
Huh. What was it like going from that to this?
Well, the supernatural world wasn't as dense as it is now, so maybe I had it a bit easier than you. But then again, I had to fake my own death and never see my family again, so who's to say?
That's true. Vicky didn't have to fake her death. Across the street is the entrance to Prospect Park.
Looking good there, Junie.
No, it's not right yet.
Of course it isn't.
You're playing with chalk in the rain. That's not smart. To a small band shell nestled slightly inside the park. I love this sky in this game. It just gives off the appearance that something is horribly wrong. A leafy tree leans over from the park, giving shelter to the little girl. Oh, okay, that's how she can do it. A young woman watches her child with a smile on her face. The little girl draws with chalk under a sheltering tree. The art is not bad. You've known set designers who could do worse.
Hey, nice to see I'm not the only crazy one out here tonight.
That's us. Just a bunch of crazies.
Well, at least I've got a reason. I'm only out here because the little boss here wants to draw.
I'm Wretch, by the way. This is Eli and Vicky.
Nice to meet you. I'm May Stein.
So, she's your boss?
She's my daughter. It amounts to the same thing, doesn't it?
Ain't that the truth? A boss who makes you do overtime and doesn't pay you.
See, this guy gets it. You have kids?
Oh, yeah. 2 girls. Grown now.
Two bosses, huh? Must have been rough.
It had its moments.
Why is she drawing in the rain, though?
Little June here got inspired. What can I say? I tell her no and she screams all night, so I give her a half hour and we're both happy. Besides, she has a talent. I need to encourage it. Nobody else is gonna.
She's a lucky little girl. You're a good mother.
Darn right I am.
So, how long have you been out here?
It's been 2 hours, I think. I'm sure June will get tired any minute.
Well, so much for the half an hour thing. Couldn't she use a pen and paper?
Yeah, like that'll work.
I know, right? A pen and paper would be, logical.
And kids always listen to logic.
Don't get me started.
Well, we'll see you around.
See you around. If you guys want to do any more chatting in the rain, feel free.
So it almost seems like instead of focusing on one person, Calliope's powers, or at least Amuse's powers, are all over the place. Like in the entire district. Oh, I like the fact how she just yawned there. Hi there. I'm Wretch.
Junie, answer the man.
Hi.
What are you drawing?
I don't know. It's not finished yet.
Chalk won't last long in the rain, though.
I know. That's what makes it good.
I took pictures, don't worry. What?
Nothing. You don't get it. It's okay.
You shouldn't talk to your mother that way. She's just trying to help.
Excuse me, but I'll be the judge of that?
Whoops.
I want to focus, please.
Wouldn't you rather draw inside?
No, this is better.
Better?
Yes.
Alright. Well, we'll see you around, June.
Bye.
Sorry. I actually can't stand that either. Whoa, hello there, Ghost. And Vision?
You have called and I have answered. But I feel no creative desire within your soul. Inspiration will not help you.
Oh, I have plenty of inspiration to go around.
I don't understand. If inspiration is not what you seek, then why seek me out? Now what do you want?
Something only you can give.
What do you mean? Stay back.
Was that Callie? The lady from the poetry club?
You think so? These visions aren't exactly high def, but it didn't sound like the same lady.
She said she lost her power. Maybe it changed her personality, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. You're okay. Let's keep going. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Alright, so we got a ghost here. An opposing steel sculpture. You can see a piece of leather caught on a jagged piece of metal. The path back to the entrance of Prospect Park. There's some big name bands playing here in the summer, but for now, it's empty. Vicky? Can you get up there?
Doesn't seem to have done much.
Okay. Please ignore the gunfire in the park. Friends and neighbors?
I'm not sure what that accomplished.
So I think probably Mondana would be the person for this. Not to mention Logan for the ghost. Alright. I'll tell you what, let's go get both of them.
Don't you think it's time we head home, Junebug?
5 more minutes.
Fine. 5 more minutes.
And she seems to be under the effect of the power as well. I would think, at least. Alright, where's the way actually out of here? Or can we can we go? I don't think it's actually going to let us leave. Colorful storefronts. Yeah, it's not going to let us head back to the subway station, guys. Not that I saw. Holy crap. Okay, that's new. Ew. Well, we also have that piping that was over here near the poetry slam.
Eli, I was thinking about something you said.
Yeah?
Yeah, about never seeing your family again? How'd you do it?
I didn't have a choice, but it wasn't easy, and it still isn't. There were times I came very close to knocking on their door. Usually I stopped myself.
Usually?
Yeah. Mandana and Kalash might have locked me in the basement a few times.
Sounds rough.
Well, it was what it was.
It is what it is. Okay, that still is really weird that we can't leave.
So, Vicky, what about your family? Have you spoken to them since, well, everything?
I'm a disgraced cop from a cop family. I don't think I'm ready for the Sunday barbecue quite yet. I mean, Donnie tolerates me, but the rest? How can I talk to them about all this?
You don't.
Want my advice? Find a way. And don't wait too long.
I get what you're saying, but not yet. Maybe when all this is done.
Okay, Vicky.
Yeah, there's no way I could climb that.
Eli?
Climbing up drain pipes is more of a Mandana thing. You need something charbroiled? I'm your guy.
Well, let's have a chat with Callie again.
Over and Hey, just a sec. What's up?
Do you know anything about the sculpture in the park?
I saw it. So full of anguish. I could feel the desperation pouring from every rivet and nail.
Anguish?
Yeah, Muse, remember? I can sense these things.
Didn't you say you lost your powers?
So, if your magic was taken away, you'd still know everything about fire, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Same with me. I know how art works. I know what feelings went into them. And that sculpture, none of those feelings were nice.
So you can read works of art?
Anything that was created by anybody else. It leaves an imprint. I can still see them.
May have you look at a delicious bagel here in a second. I think I'm the one who took your power away.
You did? You don't look like the guy I met. Oh, right. The veil. I can't see through those anymore. But if it was really you, then I suppose I have you to thank.
So she seems to like her new existence quite a bit. Well, don't worry. We'll try to get your power back.
For real? You did me a favor. 3,000 years and I never once enjoyed a thing. Not a song, not a poem, not a story, not even food. I could inspire them all, but they did nothing for me. I can't even remember the last time I smiled. I kinda like the feeling. I think I'm gonna do it a lot. So, keep my power. You took it, you keep it. I'm happy where I am.
Okay. But if her... I have a feeling where this is gonna go. But you really don't want your power back?
Nope. Please stop asking that.
Alright.
Bye! Stick around if you want to hear more poems.
Delicious bagel?
Ooh, was this made by Clay Chipman? I've been meaning to go to his shop. May I? Oh my god, this is so good. Excuse me. That was strange. This bagel wasn't made by Clay Chipman. Not entirely.
What do you mean? We saw him make it.
No, his hands made it, but the process, it was inspired by me. That's impossible.
But how did you inspire Clay? You lost your power.
I did. And I've never met the guy. But that bagel tasted like my own power. I had it for over 3,000 years. It couldn't be anything else.
So your power now belongs to Clay Chipman?
No, muses can't create, remember? He was inspired by someone with my power. Oh well, good luck to whoever it is. I don't want it anyway.
So someone else has your power.
Yup, sucks to be them.
Okay.
Bye! Stick around if you want to hear more poems.
Plot thickens. Let's see what we can do about having a chat with Clay. See if he knows anyone. Maybe it's the cop. That would be interesting. See, we got the dark pathway that leads underneath the subway. But no actual way to get back to the subway station. Well, maybe we could talk to them and say, hey, can you go get so-and-so? Actually, let's have a chat with the crew.
What can I do you for?
Whoa. Are you familiar with this area, Eli?
Gosh, so many memories of this place from back in the day. It's hard to choose just one. Matinee shows at the Kingway, summers at Brighton Beach. Heck, you could buy pickles right out of the barrel on any street corner. They cost a nickel, and they were delicious. And fireworks every Tuesday at Coney. Can't forget that. No, can't forget that.
You got a bit distant when you were talking about Coney. Anything you'd like to share?
Did I? Huh, sorry about that. Just old history. I met my wife at the Coney Island fireworks. We went every week that summer. Forget it. It was literally a lifetime ago. Let's keep moving.
It feels so strange to be back in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that must be slightly awkward. But you know what? That wasn't you. Just focus on leaving the area a little better than when you arrived. It's all you can do. But maybe that's enough.
You went white as a sheet when Callie mentioned Eldon.
Well, yeah. I did tell you about the hunters, right? The hunters getting wind that I'm still alive is the last thing I need.
But why would Melcarissa take a muse's power?
It wanted to create spiritual havoc, to unleash energy in order to feed off it. Seems to me a direct line to the creative force is a great way of doing that.
Any thoughts on what we should do now?
There's a ghost by the band shell next to a weird-looking sculpture. I say we should ask around.
Good call. Let's get back to it.
Right behind you.
How about you, Vicky?
What's up?
Do you know anything about Brooklyn?
My grandpop says that Brooklyn hasn't been worth anything since the Dodgers left for Los Angeles.
That was over 60 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he's a Santina. He's stubborn.
It really feels strange to be back in Brooklyn after what happened.
I get it. And that's why we're here. To get the shitheel who started this. I'm not saying to ignore that feeling. Just stoke it. Use it as fuel. You'll need it.
Any thoughts on Callie?
Muse or not, she seems on the level. That level is several feet above the clouds, but still on the level.
Any ideas on what to do?
My instincts say to find a local cop to talk to, but maybe that's just old habits talking.
Gotcha. He'd probably know where that sculpture came from. Thanks, Vicky.
Sure.
You got any more of those raspberry ones, Chipman?
Sure. Give me a few minutes.
Best donuts in the city, this guy. Evening, folks. Hey, Vicky. Did they ever get the perp who shot you?
It wasn't just me. And no, not yet.
God damn. Shooting a cop. They shouldn't get away with that.
Oh, they won't. Believe me.
Did anyone die by the Prospect Park Amphitheater?
Seriously, where have you been? Some idiot set himself on fire, built some weird metal altar to do it on, too. The weird thing? He did it in the middle of the night. No witnesses. Some poor jogger found him the next morning.
Right by the stage, too. It's an interesting place to do it.
You're not the first to say that, actually. He's like some kind of local folk hero now.
Folk hero?
Yeah, the folks who live here, they think it's some kind of, I don't know, artistic statement or whatever. But you ask me, he was just a nut.
His own Burning Man. How was it an artistic statement?
I don't know. What else could it be? This frickin' neighborhood draws them in like flies and honey.
Draws what in?
Artists. They've been coming out of the woodwork, causing all sorts of trouble. Forget the drug dealers. It's the artists you gotta worry about.
Can you tell me anything else about the man who died in the park?
Sorry, but why are you so interested?
Well, a friend of mine is missing, and I'm worried it might be the same guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your friend, but surely there's someone assigned to that case. My only advice would be to talk to them.
Really, Diego? Since when do you toe the company line?
Yeah, I'm keeping my head down these days, Vicky. The captain's got it in for me. You know how it is.
Sure, I get it. But imagine his face if you got a positive ID for the guy in the park.
That's impossible. The only ID the guy had burnt up with the rest of him.
Really?
Yeah, a driver's license. Burnt to a crispy mess.
And that's all you got?
That's all we got.
Ah, we can do some fire reading then. Are artists really that bad?
You have no idea. Just last week, in this very spot, I had to drag some guy out in cuffs. It was this writer on his laptop. His battery ran out of juice, so he freaked. Smashed his laptop against the table, then started punching people. I wish I could say it was an isolated incident, but it's been happening all over the neighborhood.
Hell's bells. Alright. Thanks, boss. We'll see you around.
Stay dry out there.
Well, let's head back to...
Hey, Eli? Could you pretend for a sec that I'm your kid?
What?
Weird.
I know it sounds weird, just listen, okay? Like, I'm your kid. I just shamed the whole family. What can I do to make it right?
Honestly, I don't know. If it were one of my daughters, I'd like to think I'd love them unconditionally, no matter what.
You've never been part of a cop family.
Doesn't matter. I'm sure they all just hope you're okay. That's how I'd feel anyway.
Maybe.
Well, now that we got that little bit of role play out of the way. We'll head to the park and do some fire reading.
How about I take a picture of this to show your dad?
No, it's not right yet. Just 5 more minutes.
Okay, for real this time.
Uh-huh. Little girl's gonna go feral if the mom decides to pull rank. Okay.
What can I do you for?
Could you fire read something for me?
I'll do my best. What did you have in mind?
Can you look at the driver's license that got burned up?
I know where and roughly when it was burnt up, so let's see. Searching. Got it. The name on the license is Amos Fennel.
Fennel, huh? Any address?
He's from Illinois. Not exactly around the block.
Well, we got a name. That's better than nothing.
Can you see the guy who set himself on fire?
Ah, good idea. But it doesn't work that way. Sorry. Inorganic material only. That's why it works so well with books, or pictures, or pictures of books. You get the idea.
Alright, well, we got a name at least.
Right behind you.
What's up? Sure.
Now I guess we go back to... Let's see.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
I messed up. Need to start over.
Oh, for 5 more minutes. Then we need to get home.
That was some interesting restraint there, ma'am. Well, at least we have a name that we can tell the cop about.
So I says to him, "You're blocking traffic. Go painting somewhere else." Needed 3 guys to pull him off the street. He finished painting in a cell. And you haven't heard a thing I said.
What? You lost your cell?
No. Evening, folks. Hey, Vicky. I heard that Captain Harrison disappeared. Is that true?
Yeah, you could say that.
I only met her a few times at the socials, but I liked her. Hope she's okay.
Yeah. Do you know an Amos Fennel? Or Fennell?
Jesus, that guy. Is he bothering you too?
You've heard of him?
Yeah, I had to arrest him more than once. He keeps breaking a restraining order.
A restraining order? Who issued it?
Well, I guess it's no secret. May Stein issued the restraining order.
Let me guess. Ex-boyfriend?
Got in and won. If you lived on his block, you'd have seen him on the street, screaming up at her window. The guy's messed up in the head, but that nice lady and her kid shouldn't suffer for it.
Well, Amos is your burn victim.
He's what?
You heard.
I don't want to know how you know this, do I?
Nope, but it's the truth.
Truth does me no good without evidence.
Jesus, Diego, do the job. Go pound some pavement. Find something linking Fennel to the sculpture in the park. Do it right and you'll be the shining star of the precinct.
Shining star, huh? You might be onto something there.
Damn straight.
We'll see you around.
Stay dry out there.
Well, we have a name for someone. Maybe this guy knows where she is.
Good evening to you.
I heard lots of artists are moving into the area.
Yes, I've seen it. The neighborhood used to house quite a vibrant community of artists. They're all gone now. They got priced out, or they got kicked out, or they died out. I thought I'd be the only one left. But now, look around. The real heart and soul of Brooklyn is coming back. And it is magnificent.
He seems very happy, but he also doesn't seem affected by anything going on here, which is kind of suspicious. Do you know what happened by the park amphitheater?
You mean the sculpture that was erected in the middle of the night? Magnificent, isn't it? Art that just appears for seemingly no reason. That kind of thing just doesn't happen anymore. It does this old heart good to see it.
A man set himself on fire on the park sculpture.
I heard. Fascinating.
Fascinating. That's all you can say?
Well, it is. Why there? Why in the middle of the night? The act of immolation is violent, painful. One doesn't do that to themselves unless they want to make a statement. And yet, it was done in the middle of the night. Nobody could see or hear him. So yes, I'd call that fascinating. What was the man trying to say? We'll never know.
Yeah, that is true. It's kind of like the monks setting themselves on fire in Vietnam. What do you think the sculpture means?
I don't know. To tell you the truth, I've not given it much thought. But the energy it brings, the vibrant life, this world can use more of that, let me tell you.
What kind of statement does setting yourself on fire make?
As I said, we'll never know. The man was inspired. We never know where it comes from or why it comes. It just is. And that's all we can say about any artistic act. It just is.
Does the name Amos Fennel mean anything to you?
Amos Fennel. No, doesn't ring a bell.
He's the guy who set fire to himself in the park.
I see. No, I have not heard of him.
Well, that was a dead end. Kind of, at least. Alright, guys. Well, I think that we can go ahead and end the episode here. At least we have the name to the guy who set himself on fire. We'd go grab Logan and Mandana, but it doesn't look like the game's going to give us that opportunity, so we're going to just have to make do with what we have. I'm pretty sure Eli and Vicky are up to the task. We just probably have to go find another way around what we probably could do very easy with Logan and Mandana. But we will pick it up next time and see where we go. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.